Howdy folks, and welcome back to Noob BBQ, where I'm learning how to cook and bringing you along for the ride. Today we're cooking a brisket, but the point of today's cook is not just to do the brisket. The point is to show you that a nice long rest can and should be done if you're planning for a party. Tomorrow is the UTOU game, Hook 'em Horns. It's at noon tomorrow. Kickoff is at noon, but Friday at 7:30 we've got the brisket on. Why? Because we're gonna let this puppy bathe in that smoke and get nice, juicy, and delicious. And then when it's ready, we're gonna pull it off and let it come down to temperature again to about 150, 160. And we're gonna put it in the oven overnight to let it rest. Now, a nice long rest is very important, and we'll get to that later. But the point is, you can do a brisket ahead of time so that it's ready for a party the next day. Stick around. Hey, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen Brinkley in the past. Well, sadly, he passed away in April. This is Toby, though. He's our new puppy who likes to get in trouble by digging. Toby, no. He actually thinks his name is Toby, no, I'm sure. Anyway, we've been at it now for about 6 hours and a little more, and we're looking pretty darn good here. As you can see, we've gotten some good fat rendering already going on. I like the bark that has been built up. So it's time to wrap. So I have wet down the paper with water just to make it easier to fold. And I'm gonna apply a little beef tallow just to give it that little extra fattiness, deliciousness is what I think the other word for it is. So I'm gonna put this on, we're gonna wrap it, and we're gonna put it back on the smoker until it's probe tender. So let's stick around. All right, it's done. You know what, it's been about 14 hours. I put it on at 7:30, it's actually 9 o'clock now. Toby's ready for bed. I am too, and that's the beauty of what we're doing here. So this is done. I'm gonna let this cool off until it gets to about 170. Then I'm sticking it in the oven, and I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow, we'll check on it, we'll pull it, slice it, and eat it. So stay tuned. It's game day, y'all, and that means it's brisket time. Now, if you'll recall, we've been cooking this all day yesterday, from 7:30 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. Then we put it in the oven overnight to just rest and hold a food safe temperature until we're ready to slice. Kickoff is coming up soon, so let's pull it out. Look at that. And all of that beef tallow that we put in, you can see coming up. Now, real quick, I do want to show you one thing. This is not the first time that I have looked at it, because I made an error in my calculations. You know, I've been telling you how this would be great to just hold in the oven until it's time for kickoff. But I failed to calculate the fact that the smell of brisket all day long would drive my lovely wife, who's my talented producer and videographer, crazy. And she hounded me, and that's her shaking yes. She hounded me until I gave her a slice. So I did have to cut off a piece of the brisket. And as you can see, that little piece is where it came off of. That's something you're just going to have to factor in, that you make a brisket, people are going to want to eat it, even if it is for the next day. I failed to do that. So one final thing I want to do real quick is just, again, check the temperature. The whole point of this was to make sure that it was food safe, that it didn't get too low. And here we are in the point, a nice 165. That is perfect. This thing looks awesome. Let's get ready to slice it. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that looks pretty good. It's got some juices running in there. We've got nice fat render. I told you we've already tasted it, and I'm telling you right now, it is delicious. But I'm gonna slice off just a little piece. Just the little end cap there. Just to taste. Oh, that comes apart. That's very good. It's got great flavor. And listen, the whole point of this was to show you, you can cook the brisket the day before. You don't have to stay up all night. Keep it warm, keep it food safe. Put it in the oven, get you some sleep, and then by the time your party rolls around or we kick off, your brisket is ready to go. So that's it. Hope you hit like and follow, and let's see what we do next on the next video. Have a great day.
Boomer Center.